So today we're going over 5 great exercises to complete to help improve core strength after a lumbar fusion. If there's anything that I've told my patients over the years of treating them after a fusion is that your body is stronger than you think it is. And I know that you probably feel like there is a high potential of doing some harm when you're doing some strengthening, but if you know what to do and what it should feel like, you can reduce that risk and improve your confidence in strengthening. We're gonna do that today as we go through these exercises. I will also tell you that they did the surgery to improve stability in your back, and improving that stability comes from things that move and don't move. And so things that don't move include now that cage that you have in your back to protect your spinal cord and give you stability, but things that move are your muscles and improving your core strength, and that's going to give you that support. And when you have surgery, you've had pain, those muscles don't necessarily fire the way they should fire, and so some of these may feel easy. And so just remember, it's about doing it that's going to give you that improvement, not necessarily how hard it is. And so after you got past that protection phase, about week 6 or so, depending on what protocol you look at, there isn't a set like doing this protocol is going to be the absolutely best outcome for you. It's really individualized. You have to listen to your body. You should listen to what your surgeon says and said like when you should start doing this and start doing that. But when I've rehabbed people after a lumbar fusion and I look at them as an individual, it's about week 6 or so that things really start to get fun. You are having a little less pain with transitions, a little less daily pain. You're not, the bone, you've had some follow-up x-rays and the bone is adhering well with the hardware there. So as long as you're having a fairly non-complicated recovery, then the strengthening and the core strengthening that follows about that week 6 mark starts to be fun. And so I am the type of PT that I tend to be a little bit more aggressive in the rehab because my patients want to get better faster and they want to have a little bit better outcome. And so I do a lot more strengthening and standing than most, and we start working with other exercises that we know that engages the core without directly having to do crunches and that type of thing. And the reason why I keep talking more and more about this core strengthening is that there's a lot of caveats to follow and to kind of look at, but as you're moving out of that protection phase, you're starting to be able to do a little bit more bending, lifting, and twisting. You don't have to quite avoid those as much. Your range of motion isn't going to be perfect yet, but you are regaining it. And today we're going to focus on building that core strength. So I want to go over the 5 exercises and kind of the areas that I like to focus on with my patients after a lumbar fusion that are safe and effective as long as you know what you do and what you need to do and how to do it. So we're going to go over those things right now. So like I said, I like to do standing exercises. There's a few things that we need to remember first is that standing exercises or exercises with your arm as well, they improve your core strength, right? You can't move your arm without having your back and core fire up. So a lot of my patients don't realize like when I'm working my upper body, it's because I'm strengthening here without having to do like the twisting and the huge like robust core strengthening. We're still getting it. And it's the things in your life that require your arms, like doing dishes or lifting, that you want to get back to really quickly. So I'm trying to give you some of that strength. So 2 birds with 1 stone and doing exercises with your arms to help improve your core strength. So the 5 exercises that I would start off with, 1, it's walking, right? You've probably heard it already if you're this far in your rehab that walking is key. You should be up to 15 or 20 minutes walking at a time, once to twice a day, just to give you that extension strength, that ability to stand tall and walk longer and feel better. Throughout this entire process with walking and more, you should not be experiencing as much leg pain. You shouldn't be having a lot of nerve pain down the legs. Now you may have some lingering discomfort, but what is absolutely true is that it should be better than when you before you had surgery. I mean, you should be noticing improvement in that realm. And if you have any of that going through these exercises or other exercises, you need to let your surgeon know and your PT know, or let your PT know so they can let your surgeon know. I don't care what you do, someone's got to know it. So of the 5 exercises, some of the 5 key exercises that I give is walking 15 to 20 minutes a day. You should be doing that once or twice a day. It's okay if you need to take a break during that walking, but it needs to be done. There's no getting around it. Like walking has to be done. If you had to do just 1 exercise a day, and I hope that's not the case, it would be walking. So walking is number 1. I've done a past video of how effective walking can be for core strengthening. You need to check that out if you don't believe me, but just walk. And I guarantee if you walk 15 to 20 minutes, you're gonna feel your back fire up 6 to 8 weeks post-op lumbar fusion. So that's good. So second exercise, I'm gonna be involving this band here. This is a really light band, right? You probably have a lifting restriction still that probably ranges from 5 to 15 pounds. This band isn't gonna matter because we're gonna be pulling down. So I wrapped it up over here, but if you buy these bands, these tubes, they're gonna come with handles and ways to attach it to your door. So the second exercise being shoulder extension. So I'm gonna wrap it around my hands here. My arms are gonna be straight, and I'm going to set it up so it doesn't come and fling at me. Okay, so I'm going to stand here. Now what's key here, and a lot of people don't do this, is that they like to pull both arms at a time. I'd like to do one arm at a time because that gives you more of your core strength. So we're gonna rock, we're gonna go back and forth here, back and forth. So shoulder extension is just pulling straight down, keeping the elbow straight, and I'm standing tall with my body. In my patients who have been after fusion, that standing tall part can be a little uncomfortable, but just do what you can because we need to be working into that. I'm fixing my band here. I'm gonna wrap, and I'm pulling one arm at a time. Okay, one arm at a time. Now I'm gonna do probably 30 total, 15 each. Remember, it's not how hard it is, it's just about doing it. So this shoulder extension is working on my core. I'm doing a slight drawing in of my belly button, kind of like sucking things in a little bit, like I'm putting on a tight pair of pants. I'm holding that contraction as I'm pulling down here. Hope that makes sense. You're gonna pull straight down. Okay, so we've talked about walking. We've done shoulder extension. I'll have my clients typically do 2 sets of 30 total here. So we're gonna do a few more shoulder extension exercises here. Take your time if you need to. And what's great is that a lot of my clients haven't done any upper body strengthening up until this point, and it's gonna be nice to fire those arms. And I promise you, as you're pulling that arm down, the other side is contracting. So it's a great exercise to help improve core strength is that shoulder extension with the band. It's super light, it's not gonna break any precautions, and so it's fine, okay? Now the other exercise is going to be a bicep curl. So again, just like what we did with the shoulder extension, it's an alternating maneuver, and we're just gonna go up and down. We're gonna do 30 reps again, 15 each arm. This is 5 pounds, okay? In my patients who've had a fusion, 5 pounds generally absolutely fine. It's about just putting in the time and effort, because as I lift my left arm, the right side of my back is working, and as I lift my right arm, the left side of my back is working. So it does all of it. You could do both at the same time you like, if you would like, but it's not necessary. I just want you to really focus on getting that contraction up and down and gradually increase your weight over time. Again, we're gonna go 2 sets of 30, so 15 each arm. Now I've lost count here as a therapist. I'm really bad at counting, but let's just say that this is 10 each arm, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15. Now a caveat here is I'm not standing straight up as tall as I can. I got a little bend in my knees, soft knees. We're gonna be athletic here. After I'm done with that, we're gonna put those weights down. You shouldn't notice your back firing up right here. You should just notice you're feeling good, getting that arm exercise in, and it is strengthening your core, trust me. Now our next exercise, we're gonna be doing a mini squat, and just as it sounds, it's mini. It's through a small range of motion. I'm transferring the weight kind of in the middle of my foot, bending my knees and bending at the hips and keeping my back relatively straight. Now, as you go through your recovery process, you will go further into the range, deeper into the range, adding weight, et cetera, et cetera. And you can just match where your body's at in that moment. But some people shy away from squats because they're like, that's not core strengthening. Well, I can tell you it is. Your core is your hips and your abdominals, and you cannot have a strong core without having strong hips. And so you need to work into both. So we're gonna do 2 sets of 15 here into that core strengthening. Hitting those hips as well. Now this is also great for balance. If you need to have a chair with you, that's fine. Even if your mini squat looks like this, it's fine. It is okay to feel timid and feel a little apprehensive of these movements, and that is fine. 3 more reps here with the mini squats. Now with my clients, and if you want to with this video, I usually have them do 2 sets, so pause it up, do another set of 15, and then we'll circle back. So next exercise, well, we've talked about walking, we've done shoulder extension, we've done bicep curls, and now we've done mini squat, and the last one here is a mini lunge. This one is the capstone exercise. So I'm gonna show you from the side. I'm gonna pretend this is either my countertop or something sturdy, a tall chair. I'm gonna spread my legs out and bend my knees. This is a great exercise. I love this exercise. It's probably my all-time favorite exercise. Mini lunge. Now, people with lumbar fusion typically have a hard time getting that leg way back there. So it's okay, just do what you can. We're gonna do 10 each side. I like to hold on here. I wanna focus on feeling my quads. And then if I wanna add an element of balance, hands up. 2 more on this side, 1, 2. We're gonna switch it up. Big step back, elongated stance. Feeling that those legs work for sure. Like if you're 6 weeks out from a lumbar fusion, you're feeling this. I'm feeling this, and I've never had a fusion, so you're gonna enjoy that good. We got feel like good burn. We got 3 more here. 1, 2, 3, and I would do 2 sets of 10 to 12 on each of those. So we went over walking, which is the essential. We've done some upper body work, including the extension in the bicep to really start engaging the core. Then we hit the squats and lunge. It's a well-rounded program that's safe and effective, and it transfers well to your everyday life. If you do that 3 to 5 times a week, plus you're walking once to twice a day, you're gonna be feeling better. No, like that is a guarantee. There's nothing gonna be holding you back. So try those out. Let me know how you did. If you have anything to add, please let me know. If you have any questions, please put it underneath the description. I appreciate you guys watching the channel and enjoying the content. But when it comes to recovering from surgery and the fusions, you kind of get as much out of it as you put into it. Once your surgeon's done the surgery, they typically tie, as long as you're not having nerve stuff and things aren't going south, the recovery is up to you. So get a good PT, get in front of some good information, and just get after it. So I appreciate you watching. As always, guys, stay healthy, keep moving, and take care of yourself.